हरे कृष्ण। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपीजन वल्लभ, जय गिरिवरधारी। जय गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरा बनचारी, यमुना तीरा बनचारी। जय राधा माधव, जय कुंज बिहारी। जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा गोविंद राधे प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
की आनंद गुरी वैष्णव की सदगोस्वामी प्रभु की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री गौर भक्तवृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपी गो श्यामा कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्-भागवतम की बोलो श्री श्री कृष्ण बलदाओ की ताई गौ प्रेमानंदी. All glories to the Assembly Body. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Glories to you, Srila Prabhupada. So reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, Chapter number 5, Vidura's talks with Maitreya, text number 10. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Pravaresham Bhagavan Vratani Srutani Me Vyasa Mukad Abhikshnam see what is this? Atripnuma Shula Sukavahanam Tesam Rite Krishna Kitamritagat. Paravaresham Bhagavan Vratani Shrutani Me Vyasa Mukada Bhikshnam Atripnuma Shula Sukha Vahanam Te Samrite Krishna Katamritogat Pravaresham Bhagavan Vratani Shrutani Me Vyasa Mukada Bhikshnam Atripnuma Shula Sukha Vahanam Te Samrite Krishna Katamritogat Ladies? They're too shy. Okay. Para, higher, avarisham, of these lower. Oh, where's our translator today? Direct, okay. Where are we? Bhagavan, O my Lord, O Great One, Vratani, occupations, Shrutani, heard, Me, by me, Vyasa, Vyasa, Mukat, from the mouth, Abhikshnam, repeatedly, Atripnuma, I am satisfied, Shula, little, Sukha avahan, that which causes happiness. Tesham, out of that. Rite, without. Krishna Katha, talks about the personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Amrita Ogat, from the nectar. Nice verse. Translation, O my Lord, I have repeatedly heard about these higher and lower statuses of human society from the mouth of Vyasadeva, and I am quite satisfied with all these lesser subject matters and their happiness. They have not satisfied me with the nectar of topics about Krishna. Translation, please repeat. O my Lord, I have repeatedly heard about these higher and lower statuses of human society from the mouth of Vyasadeva, and I am quite satisfied with all these lesser subject matters and their happiness. They have not satisfied me with the nectar of topics about Krishna. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Because people are very much interested in hearing social and historical presentations, Srila Vyasadeva has compiled many books such as the Puranas and Mahabharata. These books are reading matter for the mass of people, and they are compiled with a view to reviving their God consciousness, now forgotten in the conditional life of material existence. The real purpose of such literatures is not so much to present topics of historical references, but to revive the people's sense of God consciousness. For example, Mahabharata, the history of the Battle of Kurukshetra, and for example, Mahabharata is the history of the Battle of Kurukshetra, and common people read it because it is full of topics regarding the social, political, and economic problems of human society. But factually, the most important part of Mahabharata is Bhagavad Gita, which is automatically taught to readers along with the historical narrations of the Battle of Kurukshetra. Vidura explained to Maitreya his position of being fully satisfied with the knowledge of mundane social and political topics and having no more interest in them. He was anxious to hear the transcendental topics regarding Lord Sri Krishna, because there were insufficient topics directly concerning Krishna in the Puranas, Mahabharata, etc. He was not satisfied and wanted to know more about Krishna. Krishna Katha, or topics regarding Krishna, are transcendental, and there is no satiation in hearing such topics. Bhagavad Gita is important on account of being Krishna Katha, or speeches delivered by Lord Krishna. The story of the Battle of Kurukshetra may be interesting for the mass of people, but to a person like Vidura, who is highly advanced in devotional service, only Krishna Katha and that which is dovetailed with Krishna Katha is interesting. Vidura wanted to hear everything from Maitreya, and so he inquired from him, but he desired that all the topics be in relation with Krishna. As fire is never satisfied in its consumption of firewood, so a pure devotee of the Lord never hears enough about Krishna. Historical events and other narrations concerning social and political incidents all become transcendental as soon as they are in relationship with Krishna. That is the way to transform mundane things into spiritual identity. The whole world can be transformed into Vaikuntha if all the worldly activities are dovetailed with Krishna Katha. There are two important Krishna Kathas currently in the world, Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Bhagavad Gita is Krishna Katha because it is spoken by Krishna, whereas Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is Krishna Katha because it narrates about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advised all his disciples to preach Krishna Katha all over the world without discrimination, because the transcendental value of Krishna Katha can purify one from all material contamination. Pravarishan Bhagavan Vratani Srutani Me Vyasa Mukhara Bhikshnam Atripnuma Shula Sukavahanam Tesham Rite Krishna Kathamritogat. O my Lord, I have repeatedly heard about these higher and lower statuses of human society from the mouth of Vyasadeva, and I am quite satisfied with all these lesser subject matters and their happiness. They have not satisfied me with the nectar of topics about Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chaksurun Militam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Tapidam Jena Bhutale Sayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandigam Adadanastridandantai Vridam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Padambujo Dilisyam Janma Janmani Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatrubhyascha Kripasindhubhyo Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So here Vidura, he's requesting Maitreya that now you concentrate on Krishna Katha. Because all these stories, historical events of economic problems and intrigue, we're always interested in intrigue. Everybody's always anxious to know the latest gossip. Everybody's busy chatting on Messenger, on WhatsApp, on Telegram, on Twitter, or what now they call it, X. All about the latest news. But these things do not satisfy the soul. Only thing that satisfies the soul is topics about Krishna. Just like we saw in the very beginning of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, same thing. Vyasadeva wrote all the Puranas, Mahabharata, Vedanta Sutra, everything. Still he was not satisfied. So he went to his spiritual master Narad Muni. And Narad Muni said, you have glorified all these things, but you have not specifically glorified the pastimes of Krishna. Because that is the only thing that will give real satisfaction to the soul. And there's two types of Krishna Katha. Just like Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means the song of God. It is words spoken directly by Krishna. That is one type of Krishna Katha. And Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Prabhupada translates Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam as a beautiful story of the personality of Godhead. So it is words about Krishna. And actually there's a third type of Krishna Katha, and that is anything in relation to service of Krishna. We shouldn't think that if I'm in the kitchen cooking and I said, tell the other devotee, please give me some salt. That is not material sound. That is spiritual sound because I'm making nice sabji for Krishna. So these are three types of Krishna Katha. Words spoken directly by the Lord, Bhagavad Gita. Words spoken about the Lord, Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and words spoken in Krishna's service. And these things are the only thing that can actually satisfy the soul. People go on hearing all these mundane topics, but they're never satisfied. And they become old. We heard it all before. But somehow Krishna's pastimes, the more we repeat them, the more they become relishable. We have this experience. Everybody always tells me, don't you get tired telling the same stories over and over again? But I remember the first time one devotee who was at Gurudas, he took us on Prikrama and explained Krishna's pastimes. And he explained them in so nice way. It was so relishable. And we were seeing all these places for the first times and hearing all these stories. So when I take people on Prikrama, I'm again seeing that place through their eyes. They're seeing for the first time. So it never gets dull. It gets more relishable every single time. That is the nature of Krishna Katha. It never diminishes, but it increases and increases and increases. Everything in this material world, it gets dull. Just like when I was a little child, there was a TV commercial. Smoking more, enjoying less, smoking more, enjoying less. Come up to cool. And Prabhupada laughed. It is fire, and he's saying cool. So everything we do materially, it grows dull after some time. But Krishna Katha is always ever fresh. Because Krishna, his another name is Navayovana. Advaitam Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam Ajam Purāṇa Puruṣam. He's a Purāṇa Puruṣam. We don't like old things. Just like now, we preached about birth, death, disease, and old age for our whole life, and now we're getting the Sakshat Darshan of old age, and it's no fun. So we don't like Purāṇa. So we thought, well, Krishna's Purāṇa Puruṣam. Oh, who cares about old people? And we see now the young children, they don't care for their parents anymore. They don't. They're always trying to teach their parents how to work their phone, and they're just useless. You're useless. You can't. And so they have nothing to learn from their parents. They know everything more. So, but Navayovanam cha, Krishna's Purāṇa Puruṣam, but Navayovanam cha, he's always fresh. Just like we see in some religions, they paint God with a big white beard and big white hair. Just like now, our hairs all become silver. But why should God grow old? We don't like old age. You see the biggest, the most highest paid executives in the world are those of the makeup companies. We want to put some cream to get rid of those wrinkles. We want to get rid of those little spots. We worship youth. So why should God be an old person? What's the fun of being old? There's no fun, I'll tell you, there's no fun. So many problems, just like now my face is collapsed. No problem, no fun. So, but this is mundane conception. The God is Purāṇa Purusha, he's old man. No. Navayovanam cha, he's always fresh. Just like Prabhupada said, Krishna on Battle of Kurukshetra, he was 125 years old. We can't imagine. Nobody's hardly living past 45, 50. And he was 125. But still, Prabhupada said he looked like a 16-year-old boy. Because we worship youth. That is the whole materialistic culture. They all want live young. Like that is on the back of the Mahendra, live young. So why should God be an old person? No, Nāvayovanamcha, he's always fresh. And topics concerning him are also completely fresh. They don't become old and hackneyed. That becomes fresher and fresher. Therefore, Vidur is telling, I've heard all these things. Now just tell me about Krishna Katha Amrit. I want to hear that Amrit about Krishna. That pleasure I want. These topics, I heard them all. I heard from Vyasadeva. Now I want that Krishna Katha Amrit. So this is the most important thing, that we should go on hearing about Krishna. And we should dovetail, Prabhupada said, all these topics, that they're mundane, but because it's relation with Krishna, Mahabharata is all, some other topics are there, but ultimately we see all through Mahabharata, the very center is Krishna. He's always pulling all the strings in the background and doing everything. He even showed Arjuna, you see, I've already killed them, you just have to act. And you will get the credit, but I've already killed everybody on this battlefield. So Krishna is the central point. So we have to make Krishna the central point of our life. This is Krishna consciousness. We don't say that you stop hearing. No, you stop hearing all these mundane topics. You hear topics about Krishna. We don't say you stop seeing. You come to the temple, see the beautiful forms of Radha Govinda and Astasakis, and the beautiful decorations. We don't say you stop dancing. You stop all this disco dance, break dance. You do the Swami step. Put your hands in the air and do Swami step. And dance for Krishna. Everything. This is Bhakti Yoga's natural process. Everything. We like to taste something nice. Everywhere we go. We went all over Tirumala. Everywhere they're selling some type of food. Even I saw for the first time, they take some potato and they make it like this. Always inventing something, some type of food. But you give up all this nonsense food. You taste nice things offered to Krishna. Rasgula, Sandesh, Gulab Jamun, Paneer Sabji, Puri. You first offer to Krishna, then you taste nice things. We don't say stop tasting. So everything, this is Krishna consciousness. We dovetail all our activities with Krishna. We don't say you stop having children. No, you have children, but you teach them how to bow down before saintly person. Just like we see wherever we go, they take the little children and put them on the foot. So they learn how to bow down before saintly person. Because Chanakya Pandit says, no one should become mother or father unless he's able to deliver that person from the cycle of birth and death. So we don't say don't have children. We say, yes, you have children, so many. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, I'm ready to have sex 100 times if I can produce Krishna conscious children. So you produce children to love Krishna and train them. So everything, this is, Bhakti Yoga is natural process. Just like this yoga system, you close your eyes halfway, because if you open them the whole way, then what's going on over there? What happened? So if you close them all the way, and then you'll sleep. Prabhupada said, I saw so many yogis. He's not in samadhi. He's sleeping. So halfway open, halfway closed, and you don't speak. You hardly eat anything. If I come to your house and you sit down in front of me, you don't look at me, you don't talk to me, you don't give me anything to eat, how will I feel? So this yoga process is artificial. You stop talking, you stop seeing, you stop eating. But if somebody comes and they sing nice song, they do a nice dance for you, they offer you nice food, oh, how happy you'll be. So this is natural process that we dovetail all our sense activities with Krishna. This is natural. So we don't say you stop anything. We say you dovetail everything with Krishna. Just like one time, there was one boy, he lived in some place like New Mexico. At that time, there was no temple there. But he went through the airport in LA, and somebody gave him a book. Then he wrote to the temple, and they sent him some more books. Then he asked for some japa beads, and they explained how to chant japa. They explained to him how to offer his food to Krishna and take prasadam. So he was doing all these things. Then they wrote to him, Prabhupada's coming to LA. If you can come, it will be very nice. So he came to LA. So every day, Prabhupada used to go for a morning walk. So because this boy came, we invited him, you please come on a morning walk this morning. So we were walking on Venice Beach, and this boy said, Srila Prabhupada, I heard that wherever a pure devotee stays, all material enjoyment disappears. Jai Sri Sri Radha Govinda Deva Saki Ki Jai. And Prabhupada stopped, and he took his walking cane and pushed it into the sand and turned around to see who spoke. He said, we do not say do not enjoy. You were not in the kirtan this morning chanting Hare Krishna? Oh yes, Prabhupada. That was not enjoyable? Oh yes, Prabhupada, that was very enjoyable. You did not hear the Bhagavatam class talking the philosophy of Krishna? Yes, Prabhupada. That was not enjoyable? Oh yes, Prabhupada, that was very enjoyable. He said, and this drink all night and dance in disco club, that is enjoyment? Oh no, Prabhupada, no, that is enjoyment like a cat and dog. So we don't say don't enjoy, we say you enjoy like a human being. Don't enjoy like a cat and dog. So this is a process. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it is joyfully performed. Devotional service is natural, it's joyfully performed. And it gives direct perception of the self. The more we engage in Krishna service, the more we hear about Krishna, we realize that we're beyond this material body. We're not this soul, the body, we're the tiny spirit soul. Sometimes people say, I have a soul. No, you don't have a soul. You are a soul, you have a body. It's not that you have a soul. I am a soul. I have a body, that's my problem. So by engaging in Krishna service, by hearing Krishna Katha, then these things are joyfully revealed gradually to the devotee. The heart becomes purified. Just like Mahaprabhu said, Cheto Darpana Mahajanam. Darpan means the mirror. If there's dust on the mirror, then we can't see anything perfectly. But if we clean the dust, then we see image very nicely. So now, so much dust is there. I'm thinking I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm Nepali, I'm Chinese, I'm Israeli, I'm Palestinian. All these dirts are there on the mirror of the mind. But by Param Vijaya Sri Krishna Sankirtan, by this kirtan, Chaito Darpana, all this dust is cleared from the heart. So, by chanting Hare Krishna, the names of Krishna, by chanting and hearing Krishna Katha, all the dirty things within the heart are cleansed. Chaito Darpana Mahajanam. Everything is cleansed. So, Vidura very intelligently, he's asking, now you please concentrate on topics about Krishna. Because this will satisfy the soul and bring us to the highest platform. So this is the very, very natural process of Krishna consciousness. Bhakti Yoga is the simplest, but is not simple. It is the easiest, but we see it is not easy. Mind and senses always giving us trouble. Mind and senses always giving us trouble. But still, this is much easier than any other yoga process. It is easy, but there's still trouble. But the more we absorb ourselves in Krishna Katha, in Krishna Seva, then all those troubles will be overcome. And mind, he's just like madman, running here and there and here and there. But slowly, 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 we bring him back. They were always chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Always bringing that mind back to the real point. And we may think, oh, it's hopeless. I'm never going to become Krishna conscious. My mind is so terrible. My heart is so filled with dirty things. No, the Vishvasis, they give us some hope. They have a nice verse. They say, Karak karak abhyase, jarmati hotu sajan, rasari avajajavate, shilpar pari nishan. Because sometimes we go some places in Braj, there's no tap water, only hand pump. And sometimes we go place, not even hand pump. So what is there? Well. And all around the well we see stones are placed. And those stones, there's a groove carved in all those stones. And it's not that somebody came with a chimti and went ching, 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 ching. Rasari, that rope, avatajavat, just like Krishna, Arjuna asks Krishna, he says it seems like easier to control the wind than to control the mind. And nobody can control the wind. Krishna said, abhyas. Karakarga abhyase, jarmati. Jarmati means foolish person. Sajan, he becomes gentleman. Just like in British literature, there's one play called My Fair Lady. There was one lady, she spoke English very, very poorly. The Rhine and spine rhymes mildly in the pline, might. But one professor took her and he practiced and practiced and practiced. Finally she could say, the rain in Spain rains mainly in the plain. By practice. And the proof is, the Vishvasis say, that rasari avadajava. If I tell you, you have to cut a stone, which is a hard thing, with a rope, with a soft thing, you'll say, oh, that's impossible. And that rope's going down in the water, he's becoming wet, more soft. But avatajavat, coming and going. Shil, on the stone, just like we go over on Shila, shil par, pari, nishan, the mark is there. You can see, avatajavat. So same way, we may think, oh, my heart is just like stone. And this holy name is very soft. Just like one time I was coming back from India, from Mayapur festival. And somehow on the plane, I was sitting next to one life member. And the plane finally left very late at night. Because we started in Delhi, we went to Bombay. They said, now finally we can get some sleep. And he said, oh, if we can't get any sleep, we will just do our japa and we'll automatically go to sleep. And I looked at him, I thought this was just ISKCON problem. Devotees falling asleep with their japa. So I looked at him, I said, why will we fall asleep? He said, Prabhu, this world is bed of thorns. And Lord's name is bed of roses. If you're on bed of roses, naturally you'll go to sleep. Naturally you'll go to sleep. So this Lord's name, very soft, but still, Avada Javata, Avada, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. This stone-like heart will also be cut. Don't worry. Prabhupada, one time I was in Los Angeles, and Prabhupada said to us, you chant 16 rounds, you follow these 4 regular principles, and you will go back to home, back to Godhead. Yeah, and just like that, devotee said, Haribol. And Prabhupada said, I guarantee it. And Prabhupada looked around, and the second time he said, I guarantee it. So the process is guaranteed. One time in Melbourne, just like we were so happy to meet our friend Krishna Chandra from Melbourne last night. By chance we met. He's an old friend. We were just with him last year. So old temple, they had a very high Vyasasan. So Prabhupada was sitting very high. And he gave a lecture that if you have one pinch of material desire, you will not go back to home, back to Godhead. One pinch. He kept hammering on this point over and over. And all the devotees went, hopeless. Then Prabhupada, he looked around. He saw all the hopeless faces of the devotees. And he took one step down from his Vyasasan. He said, even if you're 90% Krishna conscious, you will go back to home, back to Godhead. Devotees went, Jai. Prabhupada took another step down. He said, but even 80% Krishna conscious, you will go back to home, back. Jai. And Prabhupada took one more step. He said, even 75%, you will go back to home, back to Godhead, but no less. So the process is guaranteed, and we're getting 25% discount. Hare Krishna. So anybody has, we have a few minutes left. If there's some questions, we can try to answer those questions. Hare Krishna. So you're also fortunate here to be worshipping these most enchanting forms of Radha Govinda and Astasakis. You're so fortunate to have such wonderful lords to serve here, and to hear their glories. There's no questions.
Prabhu, my humble question is, some realizations on Prabhupada, please explain me.
What is it?
From Prabhupada, on Prabhupada, what is the realizations?
Realization, okay. Being with Prabhupada was always so ecstatic. Somehow or other, Although he was old man, we were running like little puppy dogs behind him to keep up with him. If you go on his morning walk, we'd all be running. And everything Prabhupada saw, he saw a relationship to Krishna. Just like driving around the neighborhood in LA, there was a big sign for some movie. Is there sex after death? And I thought, oh God, what is this? Horrible thing. So Prabhupada, he saw the same thing on his morning walk, and he came back to the temple. So he said, they're asking, is there sex after death? As they do not know about the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, eternally going. Prabhupada was seeing, I was seeing this horrible stuff. Oh my God, what is this? And Prabhupada, he was seeing Radha and Krishna's pastimes in Golok. He was always totally Krishna conscious. Even such a mundane thing, he was seeing Radha and Krishna. I can remember one very special time. In the old days, the temple room in Los Angeles was where the Fate Museum is now. Now they moved the temple room to another place. But there was a door in the back, and Prabhupada's room was upstairs, and he would come downstairs and come in that back door, and then he'd come up, offers the obeisances to Gaura-Nitai, take Charnamrit, then offer the obeisances to... We just had little Radha and Krishna. No big Radha Krishna was there that time. And then the Lord Jagannath and sit on the Vyasasan. So Prabhupada walked in the door. As soon as he walked in the door, it's very far. And we only had little deities like this, Radha Krishna. And as soon as Prabhupada walked through the door, he said, what is in Krishna's eye? He put his head like this. Just like sometimes you see Prabhupada's face looks like a swan floating across the lake, you know. What is in Krishna's eye? And I went back by that door. I can't even see that Krishna has an eye, what to speak of what's in his eye. I couldn't even see Krishna's eyes at all. And Prabhupada walked in. As soon as he walked in the door, he said, what is in Krishna's eye? And even the pujaris, they ran to the altar, and they were looking and looking and looking. Even they couldn't see anything. Then finally they saw a little speck of tilak had fallen off into Krishna's eye. And Prabhupada, as soon as he walked in, what is in Krishna's eye? I remember the first time that we ever did Govinda prayers for Darshan Artik. I don't know what we did. I've forgotten what we did before that. But Jamuna made this wonderful recording. We just had her disappearance day just on the last Ekadasi. That was the disappearance day of Jamuna. But she made this very beautiful recording. Govindam Hari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So we had come to LA to see Prabhupada because he came. And just that morning he had ordered, you play this Govinda prayers for the Darshanartik. So Prabhupada came walking into the temple room from that back door, and they were singing, you know, the beautiful tape was playing, and Prabhupada paid his obeisance to all the deities. He sat down on his Vyasasan, and he began singing along with the record. Govindam Hari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam. Then all of a sudden we saw streams of tears were coming down Prabhupada's face. And we felt so embarrassed because we were just mlechas. Who are we to be in the presence of the pure devotee when he's feeling spiritual ecstasy? We wanted to feel up the tiles of the floor and hide. Streams of tears, probably just chanting with the record. Govindam Hari Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Then he sniffed very loudly into the microphone. I can't do it. And he smeared his face like this. And at that time, in the history of ISKCON, Prabhupada was teaching us Isopanishads. Complete control of his sense. Immediately controlled himself. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. And Prabhupada's voice was so low, and he was rocking back and forth. And I felt like we're on the ship going over the ocean of Kali. And Prabhupada is the captain of the ship. Om Purnam Mada Purnam Idam Purn. Prabhupada's voice is so deep and rich. Isha Vasham Idam Sarvam Jat Kincha Jagatam Jagat Tena Taktena Bunjitaha Magridaha Kazasvidanam. It was so nice. Prabhupada was the captain of the ship, taking us over this great ocean of Kali. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So I'll give you some more enthusiasm, because you're thinking, oh, you got to see Prabhupada, you're so fortunate, we're so unfortunate, we never got to see him. No, don't think like that. One time, there was one devotee named Kartikeya, who's no longer in this world, so you won't find any video on YouTube with his memories. But he personally told me this story. I think he was Indonesian background. He was a little brownish and very gentle fellow and very sensitive fellow. And he was Prabhupada's servant, and he was cooking and taking care of Prabhupada. And way back in the old days, they went to Hawaii. And one day, Govinda Dasi, by whose mercy we're worshipping Tulsi every morning, she brought something from the market. In English, we call it wheat germ. Now, I never met anybody in India who knew what wheat germ is. But the main point is, it's not suji, not cream of wheat. But it's a wheat product that's very, very healthy. So Kartikeya, he saw that. He said, oh, next time Swamiji, because of the old days, they called him Prabhupada Swamiji. Next time Swamiji asks for halava, I'm going to make it with the wheat germ instead of with the suji. So it rained one day. So when it rains, it gets a little cold. Prabhupada like halava. It's full of ghee and grains and keeps you nice and warm. So he told Kartikeya, make some halava. So he went in the kitchen, and his whole meditation was, Swamiji will be so pleased. I'm going to make the halava with his wheat germ and not with the suji. And Swamiji will like it so much. He'll be so pleased. Whole meditation in his heart was like that. Then he brought the bowl in to see the Prabhupada. Prabhupada looked at it. He said, what is this? Halava means suji. And with his left hand, he said, take it away. So Kartikeya was totally destroyed. His whole meditation was, Swamiji will be so pleased. He didn't know what to do, and he was a very sensitive, emotional person. He went in the temple room and he sat before the picture of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, and he began to pray. I was just trying to please your spiritual son, but somehow he's become so upset with me, I don't know what to do, and he was crying. Suddenly he heard Prabhupada's voice, Kartikeya? Kartikeya? He ran to Prabhupada's room. Prabhupada said, bring that halava. So he brought that bowl. Prabhupada, he said, bring some more. Prabhupada finished off the whole pot of halava. So he said, I learned two things. One is that Prabhupada is not alone. He was praying to who? Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. This whole line of spiritual masters behind Prabhupada, giving us the rope to take us out of this well of Kali Yuga. And Prabhupada's handing the rope with this whole chain of spiritual masters, pulling in that rope to pull us out. And second thing was, Prabhupada said, the grandfather is more merciful than the father. So, you have Prabhupada as your grandfather's spiritual master, he'll be more merciful to you than to us. So you're not unfortunate, you're very fortunate. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So we hope to come again and get purified by all your nice, enthusiastic association. Hare Krishna.